favorite topics to talk about on this show, the NFL draft and what we think teams should do. We love to give advice here, whether it's warranted or not. But the New England Patriots are the holders of round 1, pick number 21, and we're going to give you a little peek of a couple picks, maybe their first, second, and third round picks, who we think they should grab. So, Nick, let's get started with round number 1, pick number 21. What do you think they should be doing here?
So right here, they need to go Daxton Hill, the safety defensive back out of Michigan. This is big to replace Jason McCourty. McCourty's getting up there in age. Obviously, he's been around for forever. This is the last year of his deal going into it. Now is the time to go ahead and get that replacement, get that safety to get McCourty replaced and get another defensive back in that backfield. Belichick loves building from the back end of the defense to the front. And I think Daxton Hill's the kind of guy that fits that role perfectly, right? He came from Michigan. They run an NFL-style defense. He played against top-flight talent. You know, Belichick likes guys that come from NFL programs, which obviously Harbaugh at Michigan definitely has. I think is an ideal fit for the Patriots.
Yeah, and, you know, Patriots who are known for having great defensive backs. You got the McCourtys. You had the Patrick Chungs. You had J.C. Jackson last season. They had Stephon Gilmore. Great defensive back culture there. Great ball hawking, you know, great defensive program to look in. And so I think Daxton Hill, like you said, great fit for this program and can really elevate them to the next level. What do we have if we were to look even further on from Hill into the next round?
So in the second round, we have the Patriots taking Wan'Dale Robinson, the receiver out of Kentucky. And Robinson's kind of one of those really interesting cases because he's very productive. He's a dynamic guy, but he's a little smaller. You know, he's a little shiftier. He plays better in space. He's not really a really big, strong guy, which basically means every New England Patriot receiver of all time. I think he's a perfect fit for what they want to do. Mac Jones doesn't have a big arm anyway. They can run a lot of quick screens, a lot of short passes, third down guy. And he doesn't have to be a number one receiver by volume anyway, because they already have Kendrick Bourne and Hunter Henry at tight end.
Yeah, I think a perfect comp for a Wan'Dale Robinson. But to look to use him like a Cordell Patterson type of player. We love Cordell Patterson on this show. You know, get him in the mix, give him some handoffs at running back, get him out in the slot, you know, run him as a receiver, get him in some funky looks and see what can happen. I think the true test to know if he's really a Patriot, we'll have to figure out, did Wan'Dale Robinson play quarterback in high school? Because that's always a favorite of theirs. I'll always remember the Julian Edelman touchdown pass against Baltimore in the playoffs a few years ago. But Wan'Dale Robinson, I think you got another great one here. This is the exact type of player that the Patriots love to get and love to get their hands on. And Bill Belichick really knows how to use these guys better than almost anybody else. But to round out our trifecta of picks, what do we have for round 3?
So we have the Patriots taking another defensive back. This time they're going corner Josh Jobe out of Alabama. You mentioned J.C. Jackson. He is a free agent going into this offseason. There's a good chance that he walks and gets big money with another team. So Bill Belichick and that defense, they're going to want another corner to kind of backfill Jackson. And Josh Jobe is that kind of guy that you get in the middle of the draft. He's not perfect. He's got some flaws. He's not the best athlete. He's not the best cover corner. He's not the best tackler, but he's good in the lot. And what I really like about Josh Jobe is two things. If you're a defensive back that plays for Nick Saban, you are tested by fire. You look at Diggs, Trayvon Diggs for Dallas, Patrick Surtain. These guys come in the NFL ready to play, make impacts right away. And number two, playing in that SEC against those receivers, you know, every week, you get, you know, you get baptized by fire. You basically play NFL receivers your entire college career, and Jobe did that. And I really like him in the middle of the draft here, going to New England and making a big impact for the Patriots right away.
And one of my favorite players, another Alabama cornerback, Marlon Humphrey from Baltimore. If you can get an Alabama quarterback who's been, like you said, tested by fire, gone against top of the top talent all year long, and they slide to you in the third round, I think you have to capitalize on that. There's really no other way to go about it, ifs, ands, or buts. But I think Jobe is a perfect fit here. And like you said, they like to build from the back to the front on defense. So getting your safety taken out of the way, getting your corner get out of the way, and then getting a real good gadget guy on offense. I think these are very Patriot-esque picks, and I think this is going to really help out their team for the long run going forward.